Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ali. I'm the Band 8 student 2020. Now I would like to show you a video from Stella, and it tells you about the experiences I had as an intern during this pandemic. Thank you.
All right, basically, my internship starts from January until April, supposedly, but it's been a bit delayed until the end of April. It was
Okay.
supposed to be early May. So yeah, right. All right. So my internship is in Tapio Management Advisory, and I've worked there as a communication assistant. So I handle communications, strategic planning, and business development. Also a little bit on media relations.
Oh, I see.
The way, yeah, the place where I work, it's a consultancy firm. It's a multidisciplinary consultancy firm. So there's a lot of things that we're doing. For example, we do joint ventures, we do business matchmaking, we do strategic planning, for businesses that wants to come into Malaysia, foreign
Mm.
companies wants to come into Malaysia, or local companies that want to expand into the ASEAN region. So basically, that's what we covered on. And
Mm.
what I do mostly is media relations on that landscape. So in terms of LI training, we've been doing mostly on content writing, social media management, digital marketing, and a little bit of this delegation, such as presentation, such as sales pitch, uh, and yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the core of what I'm doing in Tapia
Okay.
for 3 months. Yeah. Right. So I'm gonna share you a bit on the experiences and what I felt during the internship.
Yeah,
You
sure.
see, when you go for an internship, okay, but first of all, I'd just like to ask the people present in this conference right now, what do
Mm.
you think about internships? What's the idea of an internship? Can anyone answer me?
Yeah, yeah,
Preparation before your work.
try,
Your work.
yeah, try to expose all students into the realm of work like this. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, everyone's correct. You're totally on the right track. But the one added value of internship basically is an internship is an extended interview. What I mean by that is that when you have an interview with anyone and they want to see if you can do what you just said in the
Mm.
interview, so they give you that internship. It's sort of like a trial period of whether
Mm.
or not you can fit in with the team. You can do teamwork and you can be of value to the company. So um, by that, Tapio has a leadership program in which they train students to become leaders. All right, and in the sense that what is leader supposed to be in this industry right now is the ability to be valuable in any sort of companies and any sort of industries, because we're not focusing on getting the skills. We're focusing on, shall we say,
Credibility.
taking responsibilities and creating responsibilities for ourselves. For example, in my internship
Um.
places, they really don't give you internship work. They give you actual
Who,
internship. In internships, the experiences they give you. All right, it's this is not as some places may be different, but in the most general sense, some internship places they just give you a job to fill in, when you have to
mm,
do someone else's job, someone else's work, and you don't learn as much as things. You don't get responsibility and you don't get as much training as you should. And that's
mm,
actually a very bad internship place. What you should aim
ah,
for is a place that has an internship program, so they really know what to cater to you as a student what to expect, can give you all those stairway level of progression that you need.
Mm.
So that's basically it. Right, let me give you a rundown what happened as the full experience of my internship, pre, during, and post. So pre-COVID, it was okay. We've learned things. We went to gatherings. We went to business delegations, met with a lot of people, made some contacts, made some networking, and it was great. The pacing was great, and we had gatherings because most of the time in the business in the business worldscape here, we're gonna do a lot of networking, gonna do a lot of connections, we're gonna meet people, and like for example, I met with ambassadors from Cuba, from Russia, from
Mm.
Spain. So, and they have national days, so they have some sort of a dinner, annual dinners in hotels and such. So this gathering are basically the cream of the crop in that experience of that internship.
Ah.
Then COVID happens, so everything stopped for a good old 2 months. Everything stopped. All
Mm.
national days on mass gatherings stopped.
So you're working
Every
from
work
home
that
now?
I so basically yes, I'm working from home. I mostly do social media, article, and content writing, what I usually do. But those who plan during the pandemic are those who succeed. So we plan on business stuff. We plan on appointments, setting appointments on joint ventures, collaborations, partnerships, and such. So these things, even though we're still at home, we're setting those platforms. We're building foundations for those kind of stuff. We at
Mm.
least we don't want to waste time before this pandemic. Not really much things differ from the pandemic really, except from the part where we don't meet people anymore. We just use Zoom meetings and online conference like we do right now.
Ah,
And
okay.
and during the COVID, since everything stopped, economies are dwindling. They're fluctuating really bad, and even the company where I'm working for is very bad. Um,
Mm.
Mostly on the media and also from the clients side, from the B2B perspective, business to business perspective, but not on a
Mm.
B2C perspective. Mm, it's a bad thing, really. It's stopped. Yeah, and post COVID, since the PKP is the MCO is there, I entered. No, I didn't enter the office yet. I didn't do anything particularly in the office until it was June. It was on 15th of June that I re-entered the office and resume my position, resume my projects and such. Um,
Mm.
post COVID wise, nothing much changed. Only we cannot employ a lot of people because due to you know expenses and expenditures. We can employ a lot more people. So I had to juggle between three departments at one time. I had one guy doing some sort of many jobs at the same time, which is not a
Mm.
problem because I was trained to do it from 3 months before, and it's been great and
Mm.
such. So regarding the big thing that happens during most of economical and SMEs, small companies and MNCs, multinational companies, during the COVID, with only an exception for one thing:
Mm.
media agencies that does digital marketing.
Mm.
Everything that does online marketing, conferences, books. That's all. Okay.
Mm.
Now, the first concept of postponing or not postponing a decision is come to the company itself. The company cannot employ people, even as it stands cheap labor. They can employ people because they have no revenue stream. That their revenue stream is lower than what they can churn out with their money. So they cannot employ people. And if we want to ask for a postponement for an internship, let's go it out. Let's look at this in an entire different perspective. The economy is doing okay right now. There's no reason not to postpone an internship, even if it's 1 month or 2 months. There's not going to be much difference because economical wise, it's going to be revived in the next 6 months. So when you do an internship 1, 2, 3 months before 6 months, it doesn't really matter. And and postponement of internship of LI. I understand coming from a student's perspective, COVID, cannot find places, cannot find job, cannot find a lot of opportunities, stop there for no reason. But the silver lining of MCO COVID is that this is where true gems shine. We call it, right? Rather than being someone who, for me, rather than looking at things that we should stop because it's not a good time. You should take this opportunity to use this good time, to use this bad time for your own, for your own competitiveness,
Benefit. Mm.
benefit. Yeah, it's business. It's real world. It's working. If 10 people are complaining about postponing an internship, you could be the first one to just say, okay, I'm just gonna do one, and hey, because during this COVID, those who are loyal to work or something like that, they get those remunerations back, they get this loyalty thing back because lots of places are having less fee, less salaries and such, so it's normal. But after 6 months, after the recovery period, it's gonna be the normal thing. But it's a different normal. It's a new normal, right? It's focusing more on automation and Internet of Things and uh, digital things, digital medias and all stuff. So yeah, rather than not owning your degree,
Yeah.
but internship, just proceed. Seriously, just proceed
Yeah.
because
Agree.
okay, the concept is you may not get as much salary as as internship allowance as you think.
Yes.
Completely false. Completely false. Every internship places already has this fixed internship allocation
Salary.
for each. So it's completely moot. The argument is completely moot. Is that we should because nothing much changed really, because it shows you how much things have changed now, and say that lecturers and such have a hard time making a rubric for checking all those stuff and such. We're using Zoom conferences since 3 months now, and everyone's just acclimatizing to it. It's a very normal thing now. That's no problem. Oh yeah, that's a good thing. That's one thing about the benefit of working of COVID. You can actually work from home.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, like sometimes when I go to the office, but sometimes when I'm sick and I feel not well, I just say, oh, I'm gonna work from home because it's much
Oh,
better and an SOP to actually work from home rather than being in the office and risking everyone else. So
Yeah. It's
just being,
true.
yeah. So by the amount of benefit versus the amount of disadvantage in internship during postponing an internship, I'd say no. It's better to
no.
just pursue the internship as normal. Things are going
Okay.
rapidly recovering as planned.
Mm.
Yeah, the kind of approach that most companies do, the one that survive really, is
Mm.
evolving, is adapting to the change of technology as soon as possible. There are some CEOs, there are some people, there are some companies that are old school. They meet people and such, but they don't know how to use this what we're using right now, and they cannot make sales.
Yeah.
They can adapt. They die. They everything stopped when they cannot adapt. So companies that do adapt, not the one that when and future interns need to check and need to do research on, is industries that that European industries are, as you say, is kind of destroyed a little bit. So wait for, do some research on what kind of companies, what kind of industries are okay now, are recovering in a sense. Because many companies are actually moving forward the meeting with SOPs and digital stuff. Everything is digital now, so that's gonna be it. So find
Ah,
companies that know how to utilize this thing, that knows how to
okay.
utilize the digital. Like I said, an internship is an extended interview.
Mm.
You were given 3 months to prove yourself that you are the same person with that potential that you show in your resume. And from that resume, you need to show them that you are a team player. You need to work with people. You know how to work with your teammates, not doing things for yourself.
Mm.
Yes.
First thing that interns do mistake is that you wanna shine. Okay, you wanna shine, but you don't do it alone. The problem is when you do it alone, you're shining for yourself, which is not good. This is very different. I mean, it's not. This is different from everything. I mean, yeah,
Mm.
shining by yourself is wrong. You need to shine with your team. You need to work together with your team, and you need to shine together.
Together.
You don't, no competition. Just don't go for competition. Go for solidarity. That's how the company sees your value.
Mm.
And people already mistaken it as, oh, you have to compete, competitiveness. No, 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 no. Yes, of course, competitiveness is important. Yes, it's important because you need to show that you're different from the other. But being different doesn't mean anything unless you can use that in teamwork settings.
Mm.
If you have
In
problems,
short, mm.
go to your team. Problems, go to your team. You have mentors, you have
Ah,
team, you just ask them, say that
Ask
you
them.
don't know. Just be honest, be genuine. Be genuine in saying you don't know. You want them to teach you, and they will surely teach you know how to do it well.
mm.
Just the purpose of an internship. That's the purpose
Mm.
of an internship. They
Yeah.
want you to just be as stupid as you can. Just learn, just absorb. Don't worry to be the most stupidest in the room. They give you the best
Advice.
spaces
Mm.
to absorb. To absorb everything. So that's the first mistake that I'm sure all of us will do, and I don't want people. I don't want my friends from Ben to do it again.
Mm. Mm.
Let's make it hard. Like teamwork is important, and the way to instill teamwork is up to you. You have your different, but you're introvert, but I'm introvert, but I'm extrovert. Doesn't matter. I'm an introvert. I'm literally an introvert, and yet when it comes to work, you just have to. No, no, you don't have to force yourself. No, don't force yourself. Be genuine. Just
Mm.
be that introvert, but try to work with people. Being genuine is the most powerful thing you could do in work settings. You may not get this. I may rattle your brain a bit. You may not get this in the first idea, but being genuine means that you just be yourself and you just be who you are. That, that translates much easier for them to know what they can do and what they can shape you
Mm,
into becoming, rather than
Ah.
pretending to be something that you're not, and you're gonna do it for years and years, and at the end of the day they're gonna see a different side of you, which is gonna be, because in business, in working, you have to be transparent.
yes.
And the first
Mm.
thing to be transparent is not your work, it's you. You're
Mm.
genuine. So that's the second thing. Be genuine when you do networking, when
Mm.
you do connection, you do stuff. All right. And and really, really research your company.
Mm.
I had to interview some people. They don't even know the name of the company. They don't know what we do. We just,
Mm.
the interview lasted about 5 minutes. We just say, yeah, just go home first, do some research, and then you come back to us, and then we can do another interview. Making research, having knowledge shows that you are prepared, and
Yes.
companies like that, love that.
Mm.
Like for example, when you see the room, in the room, and something like that. You've been with a lot of people doing the same interview. What differs between you and other interviews is not how you present yourself. It's not how you speak like me. I'm doing it like no. That's nothing. That's just a personality skill. It's just an added bonus. But you need that knowledge to kickstart. When you do research, you sound more smart. When you sound more smart, they're gonna like you. That's all. Okay, number three. Number four, I don't
Okay.
know. I just I don't give any number. But basically, added value.
Added value.
Keyword here is added value, which means that um, it's not what you can do to a company, it's how much the company loses when they lose you. That's the actual idea. And you need to how shall we say, get that mentality in. It's not about how much you can do to a company. Everyone can do what you do. How much that company will lose if they lose you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so stuff. And for 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 interns, for juniors, and for my friends, when you don't know what you're doing, I mean, for example, you finish your internship and you don't know what you're doing next. Okay, this is the problem. Okay, you were doing internship, then you didn't get employed. Well, how do you? But what if I told you getting employed is very, very easy? Yes.
Mm.
I think it's
Now,
hard.
this is different from what you're saying to other people. Yes, but here I'm gonna give you a reality, two
Yeah.
realities of what you can do to make sure you can get your chances up to get a job.
Mm.
Okay, the first thing you need to understand is that if you want to get a job but you don't have the skills, are you worthy of that salary? Ask yourself again. You want to do a job, it pays you 2,000, but you don't
Mm.
have the skills, and they have to retrain you to get those skills. And then it's gonna waste their time. It's gonna waste your time because you're not as skilled as they think. Paying you that 2,000, it's gonna be unfair for them. It's gonna be unfair for you. So
Mm.
what do? You make best with your internship. This is not a place to get that allowance now. It's not a place to just graduate now. It's a place for you to get the next job, to get to the next
Mm.
level, and need to put that mentality as soon as possible. You don't find places. Oh, I want to apply in these places because it gives me 800. No, 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 no. Find places where you can grow and you think you can grow, because you can feel it from the interview if they are competent or not. They
Mm.
think you can grow. Just ask them what you can grow, what you can grow, what you can grow. Okay,
Mm.
because that's the thing that most students have a problem of doing. Yeah, we're thinking of one track mind. We want a we want to understand the next, how shall we say, the next paycheck. We want to get the next paycheck. That's it. Oh, I want to get this degree over with. And what happens then? You're doing it from the start again. You're finding
Yeah.
some company and such, and you're doing it again. And you say, oh, it's so stressful and such. But what you didn't do is that you didn't use that internship, the places to make as much mistakes as you can to grow. No one is born great. No work is born great. Every CEO, every chairman does mistakes, and only those mistakes make you competent.
Well,
And you need to do those mistakes. You need to do. It's must. Don't focus on perfection. No, you're gonna do mistakes and you're gonna embrace those mistakes. That's an important thing. It doesn't matter how good you are in pen right now. You're gonna do mistakes,
Mm.
and
Yes.
much better to just lay down your head and say, oh, don't beat yourself too much because you're gonna do mistakes, and you say, oh, this is good. This is good. This is a good mistake because next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna do it better. You're gonna do it much better,
Learn.
much better, much better. And for example, how do you present yourself as a very professional person even when you're not employed yet?
No idea.
Only one simple thing:
Hmm?
contact card. Contact
card.
card.
Okay.
You see all those brochures and all business cards people get, just
Yes.
pick your own contact card
Mm.
and just put there about the skills that you do and your name, your email, your contact number and such. Why is it important? Okay, you don't want to talk to people. Hi, my name's Ali, and I'm doing this, and oh, may we share phone number? Yeah, and I'm showing you my phone. You're showing me my phone. It's gonna be cringy. It's gonna be very awkward about just sharing all those numbers. And like, oh my God, this is awkward. We're just met, right?
Yes.
Mm.
So you need a contact card. You just give a contact card. Yeah, this is my contact card. Anything that you need, just contact me.
I see.
Everyone can do it. You can do Canva. You
Ah.
can use whatever. Make your own contact card.
Mm.
Because when you meet people, when you meet your HR, you say, "What you're doing? What are you doing in this COVID?" Oh, make a contact card. I make networks. I make connections. I upskilling. I build myself. I improve myself. So that paints you in a more positive light for your interviewing. And then, if you are a student, you might as well done this same mistake that I did. My email before is Muhammad Ali Ahsan 96 @gmail.com. You know what's the problem with that?
Your age. Your age. Year. Your
Nah,
age.
yes, my age, my number. Just put your name like just put Norliana @gmail.com, and that's much more professional than you could possibly think. So just
Okay.
change it. Don't. Not everything needs to be perfect. It's not really perfect. Everything needs to be good in a work scenario. And when you just finish with the first layer and stuff, you can go on learning. Okay, when you've already fixed yourself, you can have the opportunity now to grow. You don't need to fix yourself first. You just grow.
Yes.
Yes. And
Mm.
how many points have I stopped? 7, 6, 6.
Second. Six.
All right, 7.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's all right. Cable versus connection. Hmm.
Mhm.
What's the difference?
Cable is other people will help you in to get into something. Yeah.
What about connection?
Connection is the people that you know. Don't know.
Okay, that's a different one. When you say being cable is bad, true. Why? You don't deserve it. How do you deserve a connection? I said, how do you deserve that cable? You be turned into a connection. When you're networking with someone, you don't network. You create a relationship, which means you create a bond. You create an
Mm.
actual friendship, a genuine. When I say the keyword, genuine friendship,
Mm.
and it becomes connection. Say that, for example, okay, Wayne, you want to go into a company, but
Yeah.
then you ask your dad, oh, can I
Mm.
go into the company? And your dad said, oh, sure, just put in a good word and you just come in. You don't deserve that because it's not your skill. But unless you do like this, you already have a skill, you have a good relationship with one of the chairmen or whatever, one of the big people there, and they already know your skill, and they already know that you're a good team player. Then you get put and you ask them, hey, can I think I can be of value to your company, and they would say yes. And that's connection. That's a very powerful thing. But it won't be there day one. No, you have to build it from like what you build friendships for.
Mm.
So then put it into a business case. Friendship means profit.
Yes.
No, no, don't put that in a very different way. I mean, that's the concept that you're getting it. But
Yeah.
make your relationship genuine, and just don't expect things. Just do it. Just be genuine. Just you're gonna reap many things that you don't even possibly imagine. You help one person, you help everyone. That's it. You help one person, you're gonna help everyone. So just put it into your mind that way, right? People give you a cable, think to yourself, this is a connection or a cable. Do I really know this person, or do I need to work towards that person? And
Yes.
rather than having privilege and such, it's much better to feel that success when you build it on your own, right? So
Mm.
like everyone else, yeah.
Right.
And what else? And just find a work-life balance.
Work-life balance.
Now I know it's hard to achieve this. Some places, have the problem of they give you work until night time and such, and that's
Mm.
not really not when they give this is a very simple company. If they give
Okay.
you work until late at night and it's not your decision, it's a bad company. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a bad company. No, they don't want to push profit or whatever. No, if you're not doing it for yourself, sometimes I just go home from the office at 9 and 10 just because I want to study content writing, and it's in my decision. They don't push me to do it, and it's
Right.
fine. But if a company wants you to just stay there for 10, 12, 11 for 2, 3 days in a week, like it's normal,
Mm.
then just for an internship, don't think about going there then
Mm.
for beyond internship. Just leave it because it's not a good company, and they
Ah.
don't have a really good leadership there. They don't have good management. They don't have good leadership. It's bullshit. So don't go
Mm.
there. Yeah, because I've seen a lot of my friends, have to go out at 12, go home at 10.
Mm.
It's ridiculous for them. So no, don't go for places. If you are interview with them, you just say, how's the work life balance here? So just ask him, how's the work life balance here? What's the work life balance mm, idea that I could get an idea of? If they just normally say, oh yeah, we have work life balance, you can just we just but give you a speed time. Okay, you go to work at 9, you finish at 6, and that's it.
Mm.
That's a very transparent thing. But if you just, oh yeah, we have work life balance, don't worry, it's very flexible and stuff. You're gonna see just ingenuity, just and well, getting that perfect jackpot of a company is not really easy. I understand that,
Mm.
but think about this: a company that pays you 400, that
Mm.
teaches you a lot of things, a lot of experiences.
Mm.
But a company that pays you 900, and you're doing mundane, menial task like photocopying things and do things like that, this and that. Those things that you could actually do it by yourself. They could do it by themselves, but since
Yes.
they're busy, they just give it to you because you don't have nothing to do. Or
Mm.
those that you really struggle with the company, you're doing for the company, they trust you because if you don't do it, it's gonna really be bad for them. You have the responsibility and the leadership. Go for it
Mm.
because at the end of the day, it's gonna be, hey, if you can land a job, it's much better than not landing a job, isn't it?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. And landing a career is much better than landing a job. Landing a career. So yeah, career. A career is made of mistakes. That's it.
Mm.
Want to build your career? Start to do mistakes and learn from it.
Mm.
And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for me. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Um,